Hello friends, so today we are going to solve maths practice test 6 for SATs. Let's start with question number 1. Salim wants to purchase tickets from a vendor to watch a tennis match. Okay. Does the equation given t equals to 15 n plus 12 represent total amount t in dollars Salim will pay for n tickets? What does 12 represent in the equation? So see, the 12 is the constant number, okay? So it is not dependent upon the value of n, where n is the number of tickets. So I think it will be the service fee which he has to pay, which is a static amount. Okay, so see, let's go one by one option. Let's go through one by one option. The price of one ticket, no, because it is 15. It's 15 and so price of one ticket will be 15. Total amount of dollars Salim will pay for one ticket, no, that's T. That's also 15. Uh, the total amount in dollars Salim will pay for any number of ticket, no. So answer will be B. Okay. A gardener buys two kinds of fertilizer, fertilizer A and fertilizer B. So okay. A gardener buys two kind of fertilizers. A, that is 60% filler material by weight, and B as 40% filler material by weight. Okay. Together, fertilizer bought by gardener contain a total 240 pounds of filler material. Find. Fine. So if X is the number of pounds of fertilizer A and Y is the number of pounds of fertilizer B. Okay, see. Total filler material is 240. Okay. Now, if 60% of fertilizer A has filler materials, that means if X is the number of pounds of fertilizer A, it will be 0.6 times X will be the filler materials from A, and 0.4 times Y will be the filler materials from B. Now total will sum up to how much? That will be 240. So 0.6 X plus 0.4 Y equals to B. Now third question. What is the sum of complex number? Okay. So basically, see, complex number is represented by z equals to a plus ib, where real part of complex number is z, real part of complex number z is a, and imaginary part is b. Okay. So whenever you are adding or subtracting complex numbers, the real part of the complex numbers get added and the imaginary part get added separately. So here 2 plus 4 will be 6, 3 plus 8 will be 11, I. It will be C. Now, question number 4. 4x square minus 9 equals to px plus t into px minus t. What is the value of p? So, okay, the value of p will be 2. How did I get that answer? Okay. So, if a square minus b square is written, I can write it as a minus b into a plus b. This is an identity, right? So here I am able to see this is 2x whole square minus 3 whole square. Okay, it is a square minus b square, so I can write it as 2x minus 3 into 2x plus 3. Also on the right hand side, same type of identity is written, so I can write that okay, p is a coefficient of x, so it will be 2. Now question 5. Which of the following is the graph of the equation y equals to 2x minus 5? Okay, see, the y-intercept is minus 5, negative 5. So automatically option A and C will get cancelled. Why? Because both of these graphs are passing from 5 and 2.5. Okay. So either B will be there or D will be there. Now, what we can do is we can find the x coordinate. So let me put y equals to 0. So if I put y equals to 0, I get x equals to 2x minus 5. If I put y equals to 0, I get 2x minus 5 equals to 0. That means 2x equals to 5. Adding 5 on both the sides, dividing the equation by 2, I'll get 5 by 2. So I have to find that the line should pass from 5 comma 5 by 2 comma 0. That is point on the y-axis. So the answer will be D. Okay, sixth question. If x equals to 2 by 3y and y equals to 18, what is the value of 2x minus 3? Okay. If y equals to 18, I'll substitute the value of y in x. So x equals to 2 by 3, 18. So 3 times 1, 3 times 1, and here 3 times 6. Will be 2 times 6 is 12. Now x is 12. I'll put the value of x in this equation. So it will be 2 times 12 minus 3 will be equal to 24 minus 3, that is 21. A. Yes, question 7. A bricklayer uses a formula n equals to 7LH to estimate the number of bricks and needed to build a wall. See, n is number of bricks, okay, which is to be estimated using needed to build a wall that is L feet long, H feet height, which is L represent in term of okay. So we have to see n is given n equals to 7LH. So I have to isolate the term L. So what I will do, 7 and H are multiplied to L. So I will divide the whole equation by 7 times H on both the sides. Okay. So from here I'll get L equals to N. So see 7 and 7 get cancelled. H and H will get cancelled and by 7H. Okay. See, actually my right now I'm having like my health is not good. That's why I haven't used the camera in this video. I hope you can understand. In my rest of the videos I have used the camera. Fine. Question 8. The table above shows the value of some function w and t. Fine. For which the x is wx plus tx equals to x. That means that, okay, if I've put the value of x as 1, then w of 1 will be minus 1, t of 1 will be minus 3. So this is the function, w is a function of x and t is a function also of x. Fine. Now we have to see that for which value, if I put x, let's say 5 is there. So if basically what we have to make here is addition of this both columns should be equals to first column. Okay, addition of the second and third column should be equal to first column. So we have to find such type of such type of row. So this is not possible, this is also not possible, this is not possible, so this is correct. Why? Because 3 minus 1 will be 2, so it will be 2. If root x plus root 9 equals to root 60 over what is the value of x? Okay, so see, root x will be root x, root 9 will be 3 equals to root 8, root 64 will be 8. So root x will be equals to how much? 8 minus 3, that is 5. So x will be how much? 5 square, that is 25. Jamie is preparing for bicycle race. His goal is to bicycle an average of at least 280 miles per week for 4 weeks. Okay. He bicycled 240 miles for the first week, 310 miles for second, through 320 miles for the third week. Which inequality can be used to represent the number of miles X Jamie could bicycle on the fourth week to meet his goal? Okay. So it is written that at least, the word at least is used. At least means the average should be greater than or equal to 280. Okay. Now for 4 weeks, three values are given. So 240 plus 310 plus 320. Let's say the number of miles for the fourth week is x. So I can write it as x divided by 4. Because we are doing average. So this option is not possible. This is also not possible. This is also not possible because it should be x by 4 here. So option D is correct. Because I can send this 4 on the right hand side. That means I can multiply the inequality by 4. Question 11. The vertex of the parabola in xy plane above is 0, c. Okay. Which of the following is true about the parabola y equals to minus a x minus b whole square plus c? Fine. So first of all, we are able to see that the parabola will be downward facing. Okay, why downward facing? Because the coefficient of x square will be negative. That is a negative a. Is here a negative a is multiplied to the x square term, x minus b whole square term. So option B and D can be correct. First thing. Second, now we know that if y equals to ax square plus c is there, so the coordinates like the vertex will be 0 comma c. But if I'm shifting the location of the graph, so we can see that okay, here x minus b is there. That means I have shifted the coordinates to b comma 0, right? So the vertex will be now b comma c. So option B is correct. 12. Which of the following is equivalent to 4x square plus 6x by 4x plus 2? Okay. What I can do here is I can try to make the numerator look like denominator. Okay. So I can make 4x square plus 2x plus 4x. I can break that 2x 6x into 2x plus 4x. Now I can divide it both the terms by 4x plus 2 and 4x plus 2. Now here I can write, okay, so x can be like if I want to cancel this from the numerator, I can separate an x out and I will get 4x plus 2 divided by 4x plus 2 plus here this I can write it as 2 into 2x divided by 2 times 2x plus 1. Now here 4x plus 2, 4x plus 2 will get cancelled, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. I will remain with x plus 2x upon 2x plus 1. Okay, sorry. But here I'm not able to find such equation. So I can just go through the equation. So here I can see that okay, so this answer is not correct and this answer is not correct. Either this will be right or this will be right. Okay. Now what I can do is I can try to solve this thing because see I can either solve this or solve this. Okay. If one of them is correct, then another will be obviously not correct. And if one of them is not correct, then other will be correct. So what I can do is I can solve the C option because it seems pretty easy. So I can take the LCM. So it will become 4x square plus 2x minus 2 upon 4x plus 2. Okay. 4x plus 2. So here we are able to see that this is not what we got here. So that's why option D is correct. Okay. Option D is correct. Question 13. 2x square minus 4x equals to t. T is a constant. If the equation has no real solution, which of the following could be the value of t? Okay. Equation has no real solution. What does that mean? That okay, this is a quadratic equation. I can write it as 2x square minus 4x minus t equals to 0. Now we'll find the discriminant. Discriminant is b square. That is a square of the middle term. That is minus 4 square minus 4 into a, that is the coefficient of x square, and c is a constant term, should be less than 0. Then only the real solution is not possible. Fine. So 16 plus this will be 8t is less than 0. So I can write 8t is less than minus 16. So t is less than minus 2. So t should be less than 2. So I will find the option whose value is less than minus 2, negative 2. There is only one option, that is A. Question 14. A laundry service is buying detergent and fabrics of a supplier. The supplier will deliver no more than 300 pounds in a shipment. Okay. So total pounds delivered will be less than 300. Now see here, first we'll see the variables which are to be used. Let D represent the number of containers of detergent and S represent the number of containers of fabric softener. Okay, that means D is for detergent, S is for container of fabric softener. The service wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergent as container of fabric softener. That means uh, the service wants to buy at least twice as many containers. Okay, so if I'm buying one detergent of sorry one fabric softener, then in case of that I will buy two detergent. Yes, they are saying like that. The service wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergent as container of fabric softener. So at least means a minimum twice should be there. More number can be also possible, but minimum twice should be there. So that means that D should be greater than or equal to 2s. That means the container of detergents, so detergent should be at least two times that of a fabric softener. Okay, so this is the one thing. So from that I can see that okay, option A and option C is, from both of them, one of them is correct. Now we'll go to another condition. The supplier will deliver no more than 30 pounds of each container of detergent weighs 7.35 pounds. Okay, so one container weighs 7.35 pounds. So the total weight will be D times 7.35, because D are the number of containers for detergent. And for fabric softener, there is 6.2 pounds. So plus S into 6.2 pounds. Okay. So it will deliver no more than 300 pounds. That means this will be this both the sum of this both will be less than or equal to 300. Okay. So from that I can say that option A is correct. 15. Which of the following is equivalent to a plus b by 2 whole square? Okay, I can just solve it. So a square plus b square by 4 plus 2 times a times b by 2. So it will be a square plus b square by 4 plus ab. So this and 2 will get cancelled. That is option D. Question 16. If a raised to b by 4 equals to 16, what is the possible value of b? What is one possible value of b? Okay. So see, if a raised to b by 4 is 16, okay, so that means that let's say if it is 16 raised to 1, let's say, so from here I can say that okay, a is value of 16 and b by 4 can be how much? 1. So I can write b equals to 4. So the one possible value of b is 4. What value of t is the solution of the equation above? Okay, it's very simple. We have to do cross multiplication, or what we can do is it's written 2 by 3 times t equals to 5 by 2. I will multiply on both the side by 3 and divide by 2 on both sides. So this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So this will form 15 by 4. 15 by 4 is how much? It is 3.75. In the figure above, BD is parallel to AE. Okay, what is the length of CE? So CE, we have to find the length of CE. Okay, okay. What we will do here is, this is a right angle, right? A right angle. So this will be also right angle. So using Pythagoras on triangle CBD, I'll get CD equals to 8 square plus 6 square under root. That will be equals to how much? 100 under root. That will be 10. So this is 10. Okay. Now using the property of similarity of triangle, CBD and CAE uh, are looking similar triangles, right? So I can say that okay, CD upon CE equals to BD upon AE. Okay, CD upon C equals to B. Just a minute. CD upon CE. Yes, CD means side proportion of this side, that is hypotenuse of the both the triangles, and altitude of both the triangles. Okay. I know each and every value except CE, which we have to find. So CD will be how much? CD is 10, C is what we have to find, BD is how much? 6, and A is how much? 18. So from here I can solve CE equals to 18 times 10 divided by 6. Okay. So basically I can send the CE on the right hand side numerator, 18 here and 6 in the denominator. 6 times 1, 6 times 3. C will be how much? 30. Your answer is 30. 19th question. How many liters of a 25% saline solution must be added to 3 liters of a 10% saline solution to obtain 15% saline solution? Okay. So let's say we are adding X percent of saline solution, which is of A, okay, which is having 25% salinity. Now 3 liters is added to B, that is having 10% salinity. Okay. Now we are mixing them up. Okay. So the total which will be formed will have total how many liters? X plus 3 liters. X plus 3 liters, which will be having 15% salinity. Okay. So see, saline salinity will be same. So I can write 0.25 times X plus 3 times 0.10 equals to X plus 3 times 0.15. Now I can solve this equation. I'll get, okay, what I can do is I can multiply whole equation by 100. So I'll get 25x plus 30 equals to x plus 3 times 15. Okay. Now I can solve for x. So 25x plus 30 equals to 15x plus 45. Now what I can do is I can divide whole, I can subtract the whole equation by 15x and 30 also. So I'll get 25x minus 15x equals to 45 minus 30. So I'll get 10x equals to 15, x equals to 1.5. So I have to add 1.5 liters of 25% saline solution. Question number 20. Point A and B lie on a circle with radius 1. Okay. Arc AB has length pi by 3. Okay. So there's a circle with radius 1. Now this is point A, this is point B, and this is having a the arc has length of how much? Pi by 3. Okay. What fraction of circumference of the circle is of arc AB? Okay. What fraction of the circumference? That means you have to find the whole circumference. Whole circumference will be 2 pi r. That is 2 pi into 1. That is 2 pi. Now, what fraction of the circumference is the length of arc AB? Okay. So what we can do is we can just divide pi by 3 by 2 pi. So I can write pi cancel, it will be 1 over 6. So 1 by 6th fraction, or I can write if you are to give the value in points, it will be around 0.1677. So 1 by 6th part of the circumference is this length. Okay, thank you.